Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video, and this is the first video in our new space. I just wanted to actually give you guys an update, and actually use our camera to give you an update of exactly what is happening here. So, one of the very important things that happened, which I, which I actually wished did not happen, was the leak that happened just right here. Now, there's a window here, okay, and to make a long story short, basically behind the window is the washing machine, and I jury rigged the washing machine. And when I jury rigged it, I specifically left instructions to not leave it unattended because it's jury rigged, meaning it's not well put together. It could be that it will spring a leak, connections are weak, which have happened before. But guess what? Someone left it unattended, and it flooded the room because what happened was that the connection at the back sprung a leak, and it sprayed onto the window. Now this house was built, I would say, to specifications that's okay for here. However, it's not really like waterproof. But remember, we don't really get that much rain here. And if we do, it's not like back home. So which means that they don't waterproof stuff. So water leaked in, and I had an inch of water in this room. Guess what was on the floor? It was my editing computer. So yeah, it was quite a nightmare. Anyway, you know, we got past that. If you're watching this, it means that I've found a way to actually edit videos and upload. Okay, so I haven't started anything in this room yet because I wanted to literally build this room with you guys. So we have a wall behind us, right there, well, behind you guys. It's right here. And what it is a blank wall. And what I want to do is actually film from this side going to the wall, and we could put backgrounds or whatever, or we could make it so that we could film on any side, and we could change the background, and pretty much it depends on the topic that we're going to be talking about. But you know, shelving units will be placed. I'm gonna fix this room up with you guys involved, and that is the plan. That's why I haven't really touched this room. But yeah, I mean, we'll put some racks, possibly even racks that go up. I mean, you could see the window right there, right? That's actually quite high up. So what I want to do is actually install some racks where we could put these rods that are not used a lot. Okay, so there's rods all over the rooms. This room, there's some to my right here. As you can see there at the back, and then some are over there. So I've kind of segregated a little bit. And what's gonna happen is that some of the rods that we're not gonna be using a lot would be stored there. Now, the good thing about the place where I'm at, or the state of the UAE where I am at, is that there's actually quite a few places that's close by, and we don't have to deal with traffic when we're going there. But these places are actually places where you could do a lot of types of fishing. So I found spots where I could finally use some techniques like floats. There's estuaries, there's the open ocean. there's a few estuaries that we could actually look into. A harbor situation, sort of, and then there's going to be a lot of land-based fishing. There are places where we could actually travel to, which is less than 2 hours, where we could do some really good fishing. But for that to happen, I have to renew my visa. So yeah, probably this year. Or yeah, I mean, it's basically cross the border, fish there, go back for the day, and all that. Okay. Kayak fishing has been placed back on the table. So again, in places like uh, northern Oman, we can literally just go there for a day trip. And then uh, other states that are here that are kind of close by. Um, there's one down the road which is literally just 10-15 minutes away. You could do all sorts of fishing. So I'm quite excited because this is less restrictive than the last place. And this is why I wanted to move here in the first place. There's just a lot of opportunities, and for a change, I want to do some fishing videos while I'm outside, but kind of different as well. You know, it's not just typical fishing videos. I want to share exactly what I'm doing, so you'd be able to replicate it wherever you're at, and show the techniques that I use, all that jazz. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of outdoor videos. This emirate, okay, which is what they call a state here, or a city state. This emirate has a really good mangrove area. So hopefully down the line we'd be able to explore that, because we have a touring kayak that I haven't really used. So I'd really like to go into the mangroves. I know there's deer there. Okay, so hopefully also do some photography with flamingos and the wildlife, the local wildlife. So it's not just kind of, you know, this channel would turn into basically my interest channel, DIY, woodworking, metalworking, because I've just been given for Christmas. My wife actually gave me something that I've been wanting to have for a really long time, which is a welding machine. So yeah, metalworking is on the table for us. There's going to be a lot of DIY fishing stuff, you know, that I could do. Finally I could make the rod holders that I've been wanting to make for a really long time. The same type of rod holders that my dad and I used back home. And some of these are actually his inventions. Crab traps that we used to make, something that I really want to make here. Because guess what? There's a lot of crabs in those mangroves, and yeah, catching crabs, you know, in these traps that we've pretty much invented, I know is going to be really, really effective, and it's going to be fun, you know? So yeah, those are some of the things that I'm really looking forward to. Now, obviously crabs are really good bait, so you know, I want to catch some to use for bait. There are several places here where I used to go beach fishing at, and camping, so looking forward to those. Really, this place for me is just more convenient than the last place, and really looking forward to do all sorts of stuff here. But anyway, let me take you around this room, just for a better look. Okay, and you know, the thing with this, obviously with the camera that I have, or I'm using, we could kind of just adjust, and you know, it's a heck of a lot better than the phone. So hopefully the volume's also pretty good. Now we have a bigger space. Okay, we have bigger space than what we did back in the other place. Now, first let me turn on the light. And as you can see, this place is actually already well lit, even before the lights that I'm gonna be installing. So, yeah, Now, this is way bigger by about like half. So this is 1.5 times bigger than the last place. Okay, and we have ample electricity outlets, whereas back there we only had like, I don't know, two. Okay, two usable ones. For this one has one here, one there, and then I'm using that one already, and then one there. So as far as lights for photography is concerned, we're very well covered. Even lights for backgrounds and all that. Okay, one thing I don't have now is that storage unit you used to see behind me, and we have this smaller one which my wife gave me. We have two more actually. So okay, stepping outside, we have this smaller unit that's also given to us. There's that, which is also given to me. Okay, so this is kind of like how the space is right now. Okay, so our two storage units are here. There's supposed to be three, if you remember correctly. I gave one to her. Okay, so we kind of traded. So what's going to happen is that this whole corner right here obviously is not set up properly yet. But we can see here that I can stack these bins, which I have a lot of, and we're probably going to utilize that for this one as well. So inside there, ideally would be kind of this space here would be like the rods, right? So rod racks, 4 rod racks, and I have more that I could utilize, but I want, okay, hold on. Is this as wide as it goes? Okay, this is as wide as it goes. So all right, so this space ideally like 4 rod racks. Okay, so we can have all our rods there if I choose to go that way. But what I want to do eventually is to, like I mentioned, it's going to be on top here, all over, all around, would be some shelving units where we could actually just store the rods, and that kind of frees up a lot of space down here. Okay, these are rods that would most likely be those that are not really used a lot. Okay, so this room has 2 big windows, so one right here, as you could see, and then one right there, which in the daytime gives us ample sunlight. Great, you know, don't have to, I don't know if I'm gonna put curtains. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. It honestly kind of depends, because I kind of like this place because it's really bright. Okay, so this wall right here, as you can see, it's quite big, and we could do all sorts of things with this. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it white, or I don't know if I'm gonna, like, you know, do something. It's cold here, it's winter, but this house is it's cold. Okay, we're in a very good area, easy access to pretty much the desert and the freeway going to Dubai just behind us here, and then the sea is this side. Okay, now this room has a sliding door. All others have like normal doors. So this might have been like an entertainment area or designed to be an entertainment area, kind of like their guest reception. Okay. In this corner right here, I want the work desk or the editing desk, and we have another table here that's kind of holding the drawers from the last unit, shelving unit that we have. You'll see that these square, small square fabric ones, those were actually, or those fit in those, and then the red ones actually also fit in those squares. I have it. It's outside, literally outside this wall right here. But I'm just thinking of junking it because it had water damage. Okay, and then we just brought it with us just so, you know, if I could use it, I'd use it. Um, I think as far as this space is concerned, it's not really uh, it's not really that difficult to arrange things or make it let's say usable for me. The biggest problem is just the time, because right now there's so many things that I need to do first before I could, like, you know, arrange things. And one of these things is this dresser mirror that I promised my wife. So as soon as I finish this, these cushions could be placed outside for the outdoor what do you call this? The outdoor chairs that we have. It used to be in the living room because we planned them to be out in the yard, but we found that they were kind of too big. So anyway, the long story short, now we have the space for them outside. We just need to get them reupholstered, and then out that goes, freeing up this whole space. Okay, there are things here that need to be in the garage, which we're using as a work area for now. And the work area down the line would be kind of like a shed outside, just beside the living room, as I've mentioned before. But yeah, I mean, for this particular space, I want it to be just for editing, filming, and then there's going to be like a few fishing things here that are kind of important to our filming, and then the photography stuff. The fishing will be moved to a fishing room that we will be building. Well, the whole garage is going to be converted into a fishing room. So that's the whole idea. But right now, you know, things have to progress. As far as like the construction of things for my wife is concerned, I still have to build the laundry shed, and this, of course, I need to do. But the problem is it started to rain, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but we're gonna make it work. Okay. So yeah, I mean, the old desk, the old work desk is still there. I have a new top for that, which is sitting outside and that got rained on today. But it's much longer, and for our purposes, it's actually better. Okay, I'm gonna still be using the same feet as soon as I get all these reels out, because those are reels right there. Okay, these are reels, and then there's a few boxes for I think there's some stuff there that need to go outside. All the rest are already in boxes. I got frames that I want to actually put here. And if you look in my old videos, you'll actually see these frames at the back. So I'm gonna be hanging them somewhere. Obviously it's gonna be around here, because yeah, it's just memories and stuff. But yeah, we still have our shed, of course, which we can put the stuff that we don't need here, we could put in the shed. So we have space, you know, more than ever right now we have space. Okay, not like the other house, it was kind of cramped, but now here we have space. And I really want to make it this whole house, I want to make it so that we can build content. We can create content from the shop. You know, when the shop will have all of the machines that's essential for us when we're okay. It will house all the machines that's essential for us to build our DIY stuff. Okay, so from us making harnesses for lures, okay, the wire harness, which I will be getting into. teasers, lures, manufacturing of jigs, just to show you guys. And I love, you know, I mean, if I want a shape, a certain shape of a jig, I'm just gonna make it, you know, in chicos and all that. Anything that I can build on my own, I will. And turning that into content so you guys can see it. Fixing stuff, you know, finally have the skiff inside the yard where I could work on. Kayak, which is another story. But yeah, there's just literally a lot of things to do, or a lot of things that we can do here, and you guys are in on the ride. All right, so that's it. So the one of the, I think starting tomorrow, because we have the computer fired up, okay, and what's gonna happen is that we're gonna start editing. So I'm gonna start going back to uploading regular videos so you guys can see what's going on. And once again, if I haven't yet, I really apologize for this whole. I mean, it was supposed to be Christmas, and I missed out on a lot. You know, this whole season. I mean, I think it was like I've been gone for a few weeks, and I didn't mean for that to happen, but it just did because of the move, and then, you know, all these mishaps. But anyway, hopefully the computer is not going to you know, kind of break down on us, knock on wood, but do the best I can, and you know, upload stuff for you guys. Alrighty, so that is it for now. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.